Hi guys, and welcome back to SwitchUp Gaming. Thanks so much to our current Patreons. I think we hit 6 or 7 Patreons today. I haven't actually told you that, Glen. We hit 6 or 7 today, so that's awesome. Thank you so much to those guys. Today we're going to look at another list. You know we love a list, and today it is our top 25 competitive multiplayer games on Nintendo Switch.
Usually when we talk about multiplayer, we're talking about co-op games, so this is something new for us. Let's get into it. Let's get some obvious ones out of the way first. So our first one is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This game has both online and local play, and the deluxe version brought about the return of the classic battle mode.
Nice one, absolutely love that game. Our subscriber FXG Raven is a beast. So the next game we have is Rocket League. Now Rocket League is probably one of my all-time favourite online competitive games. I've sunk around 1,000 hours into it for good reason. It's a very easy game to pick up and play, but a very difficult one to master.
Right, from a game I'm absolutely terrible at to one I'm pretty good at. The next one is Bomberman. Bomberman is the quintessential competitive multiplayer game. You start in a small space and you try and blow each other up. What could be better than that? Bomberman is the bee's knees.
All new Mother Base stage, playable in the Grand Primo.
Next up we have a really fun but cheap and cheerful game from the guys that bought us the wood chopping game on Switch. This is Timber Tennis Versus. It has an online mode that's a lot of fun but very addictive.
Friends, and take part in the annual Timber Tennis World Championships. Compete with your friends in Versus mode, or beat the single player campaign to unlock all the players and tennis balls. Oh, and don't forget about super shots and various courts.
Our next pick is FIFA 19. Now some people aren't into sports games and that's fair enough. Me myself though, I'm a huge football fan, and there's nothing better than picking your favourite team, taking them online and achieving victory.
Crawl is a great little game with a very interesting competitive mechanic whereby when you die, you become the enemy and your partner then becomes the hero. The 4 of you or 3 of you that are against them then have to try and take them down. Very nice, unique idea here.
Casting unnamed rituals in the dark. But when death does come in those shadows where the old gods wake, you are not free to die.
The next one is probably pound for pound my favourite game on Switch, and that's Ultra Street Fighter 2. Now you also have the 30th anniversary Street Fighter game, but I think I prefer the former. I absolutely love this game, and I'm actually not too bad at it. I think my competitive rating online is about 50% win ratio. I'll take that, to be fair.
Dragon Ball FighterZ is a very critically acclaimed game, currently running at 86% on Metacritic, and if you're a fan of the series, that will be the manga, or of the games previous, then you're going to love this one. It looks amazing.
I think it's FIGHTERZ rather than FIGHTERZ, but never mind. Rumbo was a nice little surprise when I reviewed it way back when. I played this one with the wife, and actually it's a lot of fun. You have to get through the stage, and as you go the colour of the background changes, which then removes any platforms of that same colour, obviously making it more difficult to get to the end of the level.
Grip was the spiritual successor to the game Roll Cage from the 90s, and I absolutely loved it. The performance was pretty dire when it first came out on Switch, but thankfully they've patched it nicely. It has both online and local competitive modes, as well as a battle mode similar to that of Mario.
Pokken Tournament was a game that released on the Wii U originally and was ported to the Switch last year. If you've always wanted to fight Pokemon properly, I don't mean turn-based, I mean get them in a ring and let them duke it out, this may well be the game for you.
Doom was our first taste of what Panic Button were capable of, and they did a great job on Switch, particularly when it came to porting the fast-paced multiplayer experience we all know and love.
Super Mario Party was a return to form for this particular series with its high-octane gameplay. It's intense, it's stressful, it's funny, it's the perfect game to play around Christmas time.
This next one definitely is not family friendly, and the online multiplayer is slightly different to the other games. In fact, people invade your world rather than simply going into a lobby and joining your game, so you have to be wary for them attacking you at any time.
So that you may link the fire. Cast away.
Although we did say we get the obvious ones out the way, one that we didn't mention was Splatoon 2. This game came out very early in the Switch's life, and Mark and I spent countless hours on a Friday night competitively playing against each other, and it remains just as much fun to this day.
Now, while I didn't particularly enjoy the game ARMS, I know that many people love the competitive online. I think I was just pretty bad at it. It has built up a bit of a cult following, and there are many who enjoy its frantic, almost chess-like matches.
Chess-like, yeah, nice one. Next time I'm playing chess, I'll punch someone in the face. Another one of my personal favourites on the Switch is Puyo Tetris. I'll be honest, I'm not a big Puyo fan, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but Tetris is absolutely my jam. What I do love about this release is how you can switch it up and have both of the games play together, so whichever your strength is, there's something for everyone.
Next up, we've got NBA 2K19. Now, this game looks absolutely beautiful and also has the full roster of NBA players. One for fans of the series and plays beautifully on Switch.
And right on target. Davis battling down low. Yep, he's got 37.
He's throwing up games casually that are bouncing off us now. Like, oh, did you see Anthony Davis last night? He had 48 points and 22 rebounds.
One of my favourite games as a kid was Worms. I used to play it with my cousin on the PS1, naming my team after my favourite Tottenham Hotspur players. The Switch version is a great game, a lot of fun, check it out.
Incoming! This'll be fun. Just beat them down.
You're obsessed, man. Next up we've got One Strike, which reminded me a lot of the game Bushido Blade from way back in the day. Here, as the titular name suggests, you only have one strike. If you hit them, they're dead. It's great for a little bit of couch competitive action.
I don't know what sort of action you want on the couch, but you can count me out. Next game then is Mario Tennis Aces. Now after the abomination that was the Wii U game, this one was a real return to form.
Tennis battles, using their most tactical, tricked out shots ever. Mario Tennis Aces. There are more than 15 playable characters, each with their own distinct characteristics.
This is the point at which I wanted to make a joke about Glen not returning to form, but I literally can't think of anything. Fantastic. The next game is a robot named Fight. Now originally this was just a roguelike Metroidvania, but the amazing developer has added on a competitive multiplayer element that's definitely worth you checking out.
Shadow Fight 2 is the next game. It's another fighter. I do like my fighting games, but this one's different, slightly more cerebral if you will. This is a thinking man's fighting game where every hit counts, as the fighting is a bit more nuanced. This is a bit of a sleeper hit on the Switch, I think. Check it out.
For me, Super Meat Boy is one of the most fun competitive games on Switch. Not just because I'm much better than Glen at it, but because... no way, it is because I'm much better than Glen at it. This is definitely one to check out, especially couch competitive style.
Last but not least, we have Horizon Chase Turbo. This has only just been released on the Switch and I reviewed this one recently. This is a fantastic arcade racer, a real callback to the 80s and 90s with a friend, or it actually goes up to 4 players. It's fantastic fun.
Nice one, Glen. That's fantastic. So I hope you've enjoyed our competitive co-op list. Glen and I are very much into our competitive gaming. Our game codes will be in the top comment. Make sure you join us for a few rounds of something. Unless your name's FXG Raven, and then I don't want to play Mario Kart with you. I'm sorry. As for everyone else, for all things Switch all the time, keep it Switch up. Cheers, guys.
Nice one. Take it easy, everyone, and happy gaming.
See ya!